Residents of Trademore Estate, Lugbe, have described the 48 hours notice given them to evacuate their houses for planned demolition as insensitive. This follows over 95 houses marked for demolition to avert flood disaster by the Federal Capital Development Authority (Fcda). Trademore Estate, one of the many along the Lugbe axis of Abuja, is known for its notorious flooding problem, one the Federal Capital authorities say it is determined to control. The Fcda plans a massive demolition of over 95 structures, including residential buildings, a police station, school, and shopping complexes in the estate, which they claim is responsible for the flooding. But the residents say this is not the best solution. They want the authorities to tackle the problem holistically.
This notice is giving us heartache because most of the houses that were marked have never experienced flooding. We were not given any notice. We only went for a meeting on Friday, and it was abrupt. He just said, we were talking well. All of a sudden, they said that the minister has approved it, and they're coming for demolition. Demolition, no notice. Demolition, the residents should vacate under 48 hours. We have sick residents, some that just gave birth. Where are they going to go?
On our street, of course, we had a few incidents of flood, and we identified the locations where the water came in from, which we said there is external and there is internal. For the internal ones, the developer had already started working. We said on Maxwell Street, there is a need for a retention wall. We need to be there for easy passage of the water so that the water does not overflow the land. So, and the developer started working on that 2 weeks ago. The last few rains that came, it controlled the water for us. So most of the houses that are marked on ABC Ojako is based, they have never experienced flood. There are some that are even on the higher ground and white some on the lower ground. Even the lower grounds that experienced ones have been shielded because of the retention wall done in Maxwell.
As you can see, our residents are gathered in concern and in fear. Development control were in our estate yesterday, to be specific, to mark houses that are supposed to be demolished. Now, the concern is this. From the papers, we learned that 23 houses were approved. But yesterday, from the count that we did, over 96 houses have been marked. The question now remains, why 96? And that alone has created fear in our residents.
Responding, the Senior Special Assistant to the FCT Minister on Special Duties, Ikaru Atta, says the FCDA had given notice and held meetings with residents for some years now, and demolition is the best approach of resolving the floods in the area.
All of those allegations raised, all of us believe something. Yes, water travel and go through and go down the slope. The second one is just leave water its way. Just leave the path of water to go. Water must go on its own path, and it must find its level. That's the plain truth about it. The problem here is flooding. And like what I keep telling people, even the ones at Lokogoma, that is a very wealth bed, is look, you don't struggle. When you struggle, look at, for instance, the Jabi Lake Mall. Don't you like that place? If we now build into the Jabi Lake, conscript it, the houses there will be in crisis. But because we left that wide land for water, it became an artificial lake, and we are all going there for tourism. When you know that water is coming through this part, and you fall to the deception of dry season to rush a building before the water comes, you're only deceiving yourself.
It is hoped that both parties will arrive at a compromise to avert a humanitarian crisis due to flooding or unplanned evacuation. Annie T. Patrick, Core TV News, Abuja.